Hello students, you are welcome to our class today. Today is the last day of our class. So today we want to look at the last subtopic, which is histogram. Histogram. What is a histogram? We want to consider the definition of a histogram. A histogram is a series of rectangular blocks representing the frequency of a distribution. The blocks in a histogram are joined together and the height of each block is proportional to the frequency it represents. Students, a histogram can be used to represent small and large distribution. A histogram is similar to a bar chart, but they differ in the following ways. Take note of the difference. It is the difference that marks how between the bars in a histogram. There are no gaps between the bars in a histogram. Number two, the histogram must have a zero frequency origin. 3, the histogram can be used for grouped data. Now students, in a histogram, when drawing a histogram, we use either the class interval, class mark, or upper class boundary. Now, which is used in the x-axis and as against the frequency. Now, the histogram can be used to calculate the mode of a grouped data. The mode of a group data. We know what is the mode. The mode is the highest frequency, the number that has the highest frequency in a given set of data. Now students, before we look at how we can draw a frequency, a histogram, what do we understand by class interval, class mark, class boundary? Now let's look at, in a group frequency distribution, we have what we call the class interval. Now when statistical data contain large number of values, we make it too difficult to calculate average. It is now grouped into values of class intervals. I did explain this in our previous class when we looked at data presentation, how to present to make our table of values. So we now present it in what we call class interval. So example is below. From 0 to 9 is an interval of 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39. This is an interval of 10. Now the next one is class limit. What is the class limit? The class limit is from the estimation of what? The class interval. We use in the class interval, we have the 0. This 0 is the lower class limit, and this 9 is the upper class limit. In this interval, 10 is the lower class limit, 19 is the upper class limit. Here 20 is the lower class limit, and here 29 is the upper class limit. So students, take note. So the end values of each class interval are called. Now for example, now in the first we have 0 is the lower class limit, while 9 is the upper class limit, just as I've explained. Now we have what we call class boundary. Class boundary. Now we consider the class interval also. In the class boundary, to obtain the class boundary, we subtract 0.5 from the lower class limit, and we add 0.5 to the upper class limit. So students, take notes. This is the theory of subtracting 0.5 from the lower class limit and adding 0.5. Now look at taking this first interval 0 to 9. We subtract 0.5 from 0, will give us negative 0.5. Now we add 0.5 to 9, it will give us 9.5. So the class interval is now minus, the class boundary is now minus 0.5 to 9.5. For this second interval, when we subtract 0.5 from here to give us 9.5, when we add 9.5 to 19 to give us 19.5. So students, take note how we calculate the what? The class boundaries. The class boundaries. Alright. Now, having known this will now guide us on how we can draw our histogram. Okay? Now let's take example 1. Example 1, the table below shows the mark obtained by 45 students in a mathematics test. Now this is the intervals, the class interval, and this is the number of students which mark as our frequency. We are asked to draw a histogram for the marks distribution. Now students, it's simple. Now this is we make a table. This is the class interval. The frequency is given because in this question the frequency is given. We have the frequency, so we quickly write our frequency. Now the class boundary, this is 1. Subtract 0.5 from 1, it will give you 0.5. Add 0.5 to 5 to give you 5.5. So the same thing you do in the others. Now we want to use to draw our graph. Now this is the y-axis, which is the frequency, number of students. So we use each square meter as 1 unit to 13. Now if you look at here, it is our upper class boundary, but we are starting from 0.5. Start from 0.5 in the first line. Student, take notes. We start from 0.5 in the first line. You can see that. Now 0.5, 5.5, 11, 10.5, 15.5. So now in the first one, 0.5, what do we have? It is 4. The frequency is 4. Now, and the second one is 5. This is 4. This is 4. You can see that. The second one, which for this lookup, it is, if you follow from 5.5 to 10.5, it is 5. So before that is 5.5 to 10.5, it is what? 5. It is 5. The next one, it is what? 10.5 to 15.5, it is 7. So students, I hope you are following. 10.5 to 15.5, it is 7. You can see that. So that is what we do. That's what we do for all of them. Now this is the the histogram. The histogram. Alright. Now we look at another question. Now example 2. This is a raw data. Remember I taught us raw data. Now a raw data has been collected. We are asked to use this particular interval, prepare a table, and draw the histogram, and also calculate the mode. What is the modal class? All right. Now students, we are going to first of all prepare our table. Now in this we are going to make use of tally, so that it will be very easy for us. Remember what I said you should do. Look at this. We go vertically. Let's go vertically. Sorry students. Sorry. Let's go vertically. Now we take the table. The table has been prepared already, but now we take the first one, 10 to 19. That is what is given, 10 to 19. Now this is not all. The highest value of here is, we have 57. So what are others? I think the highest is 57. So the highest is going to be from 50 to 59. 50 to 59. That is the highest class interval. So that is this 50 to 59. So this is the highest the class interval. Now the tally, when we have 43, look at it here. 43, we put 1 stroke. 43 is here, put 1 stroke. So 30, we come to where 30 is. See 30 here, put 1 stroke. Please, that's what you do, so to avoid error. 26, you come. 26 falling here, you put 1 stroke. So students, I hope you are following. 41, You come to where the range of 41 falls here, put another stroke. You come to 17 fall in the first one, put one stroke here. Okay, 48 falls in this range, put another stroke, making 3. Good. Then 18 is in the first one, put another, that is the second one. So student, that is what you do for all of them. When you do that, you will now have this tally. Now from your tally, you can now represent your frequency. Yeah, remember this is 5. When you count 4, the fifth one you cross, then 3. This is 3. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 8. Here is 15. Here is 12. And this is 7. So now this is our class boundary. Remember, you have the upper class limits, you take away 0.5. The upper class limits, this for the lower, you take away 0.5. The upper, you add 0.5. So we are going to use this now to draw our frequency, our histogram. Take note, your frequency must be correct 50, because in the question we were told they are what students. See how we draw the graph. Now this is the graph. Now in the first one, 9.5 to 19.5. 9.5 to 19.5. What is the frequency? So we look at the graph. This is 5. This is 5 here. 5 here. Now each 2 lines is a unit. So 1, 2 is 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. So this is 8. So the second one also, which is 19.5 to 29.5, is also 8. So if you come to the graph, that is all we had. 19.5 to 29.5 is also 8. So they are the same. So we come again. The next one, 29.5 to 39.5 is 15. You come to the graph. That's why you have here 15. You can see that. Now, that's what you do for the others. So we are able to represent the graph. Now the next question, we are asked to what is the modal class? Remember, from the definition of mode, the mode is the number that has the highest frequency. Now students, come back to the table. The modal class, the highest frequency is 15. So the to 39. The modal class is 30 to 39. So students, from the graph you can see it. The modal class is equal to 30 to 39. Now student, how do we use this to calculate our mode? Now student, to calculate our mode, come to the modal class bar. Come to the modal class bar. This is the modal class bar. This is the modal class bar, which is 29 to 30. That is 30.5. That is this now. The boundary is 29.5 to 39.5. Now students, now which is 15. Now look at this edge. Look at this edge. This not edge, rather this corner. This corner and this corner. Draw a straight line. Take a line from this corner to this corner. Take another straight line to this other point. Now you will see the point where the 2 lines meet. Now take a broken line. Now when you take it to the x-axis, now we can now read. We now say this is 29.5. Now each line is 1 1. So count, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, what are we going to have now? So 7 plus 29.5 or 8 rather. 8 rather. 7 plus 29.5 plus 8, that will give us as what? 37.5. So students, the mode will now be 37.5. So students, I hope you understand. I hope you understand. Now, this is how we calculate the mode of using the histogram. Now, this is your assignment. I need you to do these assignments. Do this assignment and practice it so that you should be able to answer such question when you see it in your exam. All right. These are puzzles. I need you to at your leisure enjoy these puzzles. Enjoy this puzzle. Enjoy this puzzle. this other and this.